All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. If you're trying to grow, you're trying to become a better person, there's one place you need to be, right here with me. And I appreciate you for that. Good morning. I hope you're doing great this morning. I want to tell you right off the bat, I love you. I believe in you. I hope you're having a great day today. Today is your day. Go make it happen. Today, it's not going to be too long of a one, but there's a specific thing I wanted to talk about today. I want to talk about the power of focus. I want to talk about the power of love. But I'm not going to do it in a typical way that I normally do it. I'm going to go at this a little differently today. I want to use an analogy that someone used with me that really made me understand this. So I want to share it with you guys today, and hopefully it'll come across to you in the same way. Most people, especially in the United States, know who Mike Tyson is. Most people in the United States know that Mike Tyson was one of the baddest men on the planet. Mike Tyson was undefeated, and no one even got out of the first round with this man. Definitely no one got knocked down and got back up. This man was undeniably one of the strongest forces in professional sports. But do you want to know his secret? Do you want to know what made Mike Tyson Mike Tyson? It was his mindset. His boxing coach would make him become a beast in his head, a monster, an animal. He would create that person inside his head so that when he went out to fight, he wasn't fighting for a boxing match. He was fighting for survival. He was fighting for his life. Given the right mindset, nothing is unattainable, but you have to have the right mindset going into it. This is what I want you to understand about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson came in, he fought men that were bigger than him. He fought men with twice as much experience, but he had raw talent. Raw talent. The man was a fighter. He was born a fighter, and it showed in every time he stepped in the ring. But how did he become Mike Tyson that we know? His mindset. He would not accept defeat. It wasn't even an option for Mike. When he would step in that ring, he would only see the success. Because to him, it was whether or not he was going to live or die. For him to get in the ring and fight as hard as he fought every day, he had to get in there and convince himself that it was life or death. And if it was life or death, it changed his mindset. You know, the other guy coming in, it was a competition. The other guy coming in, he was competing with Mike. But Mike wasn't there to compete. Mike was there to take his head off his shoulders because it was life or death for Mike. He was defending everything that he loved with every punch that he threw. You know, when you grow up like that and not having anything, the thought of losing it is enough to create anger inside you. And that's where Mike came from. That's the point I want you to understand. Mike got his pain or his power from pain. He created anger and pain within himself and tortured himself to the point where it made him angry enough to punch his way through anything in front of him. Anything in front of him. He went for years in one of the most difficult professional combat sports, and he was at the top of the game. Everyone loved watching Mike Tyson because it was so unpredictable. The man was pure rage incarnate with boxing gloves on, put in a ring for entertainment. I mean, this is the shit that they had gladiators in the Coliseum for. And that was his mentality, the Coliseum. He was going in and he was going to fight, and he was willing to die to win that match. The other man coming in on the other side of the ring, when he would look Mike Tyson in the eye, he would get petrified. You want to know why? Because he could see that in Mike's eyes. He could see he was willing to die for what he believed in, and he knew that inside him, he didn't have it. He saw in his eyes the mindset of an animal. He would die for what he fought for. Imagine that. You're going in a ring and you're going in there and you're trying to get a win. You're trying to box and maybe win a belt. But the man across the ring is staring you down like he wants to rip you limb from limb, bone from bone. That changes your whole aspect on that competition, doesn't it? Because it's not just a competition to the other person. Someone out there right now is putting in the work. Someone right now is educating themselves. Someone right now wants the life that you want. And one day you're going to be put side by side with them or in the ring with them. And you have to decide in that moment whether the preparation you put into it what made you better than the preparation they put into it. But right now, they're grinding. They're out there fighting for what they want. They have the mindset that they're willing to die for what they want. Are you going to be the guy on the other side of the ring when it comes to your moment? When it comes for you to deliver? Are you going to be the guy on the other side of the ring looking at someone else with the mindset that they've got this? Are you going to let fear creep in and talk you out of what you truly deserve? Or are you going to have the mindset that it doesn't matter what's across the ring? It doesn't matter what's standing next to you. It doesn't matter that they had more time. What matters is that you got time now. So they may have had it before now, but you got it now. And you know your goal. You know your target, and you're going to put everything into it. They may have had time before you, but they don't have more passion and more drive than you do right now. Nothing can stop you but you. So you tell me, you got a dream, you want to get there, but if someone's doing the work right now, how are you going to make up that time? How are you going to make up that difference? If they're out there right now doing what you should be doing, how are you going to make up the difference? You're going to fucking grind. You're going to create that mindset that when you look in the mirror, you scare the shit out of yourself because you know there is nothing you won't do in order to achieve your dream. There is no goal. There is no obstacle that can stand in your way because what you want is right there. You just need to take the action to get off your ass and get it. You need to have the why so that when you hit a wall, you push through that wall. Stop believing that you're weak. Stop believing that you can't. As long as you tell yourself that shit won't change. Let your stories change today. Let you walk into every day like walk into that fucking ring. Walk in with a beast mentality. Stop thinking like the human that you have been trained to be. Remember the animal that's inside you. You want it? Go get it. If you see two lions in the wild and it's one gazelle, who the fuck wants it more? Who wants it more? That's your livelihood right in front of you. Everything that you want. You're going to let the lion take it. Are you going to die alone and hungry because you let someone else take what you deserve? Fight. First part, mindset, and be willing to fight. Be willing to be the animal that steps in the fucking ring. Be willing to stand across from someone and stare them the fuck down so that they know they picked the wrong opponent. They know they made the wrong choice because you are willing to die for what you believe in. And they don't even understand what it takes to get there. They will see that in your eyes. They will back down. But you will not. You are meant for this success. You are meant for this glory. God put you here for a reason. How dare you doubt what he has planned for you, the power he put in you. You believe what everyone else tells you instead of what God gave you. Be the animal. See your goal and be willing to die for it. Because if you're not, somebody else is. If you're not, somebody else is willing to go that extra mile. Someone's willing to put in the work. Someone's willing to drip the sweat. Someone's willing to get the fucking scars on their hand. Blood, sweat, respect. First you give, last one you earn. What are you going to do today? So that's the first part of the story. Mike Tyson, unstoppable mindset, right? Anger was his only weakness. Anger, where he was getting that drive from, was his only weakness. Because to him, it was a fight for survival. But there was one man that would beat him that had something greater inside him. One man got knocked down by Mike Tyson and hopped back up. One man knocked down Mike Tyson and changed the world because no one thought it could be done. One man, Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas came in and he wasn't the best fighter. He wasn't as aggressive as Mike Tyson. He didn't have the record that Mike Tyson had. But he got in there and he started fighting, and there was a difference. Mike was hitting him with everything he had. Everything he had. But for some reason, Buster got back up. For the first time, Buster Douglas got beaten by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson gave everything to Buster Douglas. And what did Buster Douglas do? He got back up. Like no man had ever done before, Buster Douglas dug deep. And Buster Douglas wanted it more than Mike Tyson. Now, I know what you might be asking yourself. Jimmy, you just said that animal was the thing that powered Mike Tyson. So how could that animal not be enough? Because anger is only one part of a true emotion. Love is a true emotion. Love will empower you. Love will carry you to the next level. Anger is a temporary adrenaline boost. It makes you think you're happy. It makes you think that you're in control, but it's temporary. Love is forever. So how did Buster Douglas get up? Buster Douglas had love. In a combat sport, people, a combat sport where they were beating the hell out of each other one-on-one in a ring for entertainment. Love was the difference. When Mike Tyson hit Buster Douglas with every ounce of hate that he had, it eventually burned out. Mike couldn't keep it up because Mike was going off hate. Mike wanted to hurt Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas didn't want to hurt Mike. Buster Douglas got knocked down and put on the canvas. Do you want to know why Buster Douglas got back up? You want to know why he was the first man to ever get up after Mike Tyson knocked him down? Because he told his mom, told everybody the week before their fight that her boy was going to beat Mike Tyson. That her son at the end of that week was going to beat Mike Tyson. And Buster Douglas's mom died 2 days before that fight. 2 days before the fight with Mike Tyson. 2 days before he went up against a giant, people, a giant, an unstoppable force. But for him, the love that he had for his mother was greater than the hate that Mike Tyson had in his heart. So when Mike hit him with all the hate he had, when he poured it into him, when he got him down, when he was at his lowest point, Mike thought he had him. Mike thought he had him. Buster Douglas got up. He was saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. It gave him that extra shot, that extra chance. But everybody thought, ding, 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 as soon as that bell rang, Buster Douglas was done. Mike Tyson was going to come out, and he was going to hit him, and that was a wrap. But do you know what happened? Mike came out, and he started again going in on him. But the reason why, the purpose for Buster Douglas was his mom. Love doesn't run out. Hate runs out. Rage runs out. Love doesn't. So when Buster Douglas got knocked down, he got back up. And little by little by little, Buster Douglas did the impossible. Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. That was not something that anyone could believe would happen before it happened. Mike Tyson used hate. He was almost unstoppable because of his hate. But the one thing that was more important when it came to purpose than hate or money or wealth or success was love. Buster Douglas loved his mom. And in losing her, it empowered him to do something that no one thought could be done. But his mom's belief in him gave him the belief that it didn't matter how many times Mike Tyson knocked him down. It didn't matter how hard Mike Tyson hit. Buster Douglas was not going to stay down. Because Buster Douglas knew his mom was right. Buster Douglas believed his mom on her deathbed. His story, Mike's story, was that I'm the better man. I'm the better athlete. I am the alpha male. I am the lion, and this is my jungle. But Buster Douglas wasn't coming from any of that. He was coming to prove to his mother one last time that she was right about her son. He was coming to prove that every time she told him he could do it in the past, and she wasn't there to see it, that he was going to make sure that in her passing moments that she saw him reach his glory. And what happened? He got rocked. Mike kept coming, but Mike got tired. Mike wore out. But Buster just kept jabbing, coming at him. And then the moment came. Then you saw when Mike's arms went from here to here. You saw him taking deep breaths, and then you saw Buster Douglas go to work. And that match ended with Mike Tyson on his back. The world was silenced. No one thought it could be done. So today, I want you to think about that. What's your Mike Tyson? What's the unimaginable battle that you have to go through that everybody in the world has already counted you out on? They're already like, listen, we've seen the fights. You know, if it's you versus life, life always wins. Life is a bad motherfucker. It's got a right hook that'll put you in the grave. Don't fuck with it. Don't fight it. I'm telling you, fight it. Your struggle is Mike Tyson. Yes. Your struggle is the baddest fucking thing on the planet. But what I want you to know is that God wanted to put that struggle in front of you unless you had the tools and the techniques to handle it. I'm not saying you're going to go out on your first try and you're going to go out and hit a home run and you're going to be like, woo, yeah, that was easy. No. If you really want it and it's really going to mean something to you, you're going to have to go out multiple times. You're going to have to go out one time and fail, maybe two, maybe three times and fail in order to learn the tips and techniques from your failures, to learn the lessons in order for you to succeed. Don't be afraid. Everybody is petrified to go out there and fail. Failing is the key to success. Without your failures and learning from those lessons, you will never succeed. As long as you are too scared to take the first step because of fear, you will never succeed because it's always going to be too much for you to process. Don't process. Make it action. Be Buster Douglas. See Mike Tyson across from you. See someone that the world knows can defeat you. See an unstoppable force and be an immovable object. Be grounded in the fact that you have power and you have put in the work and the time, and that is everything. Exist in the moment knowing that God put you here to be exactly where you are for a reason. There's a lesson that you were supposed to learn. If you're repeating your shit, if you're mad about it, stop fucking talking, shut the fuck up, and listen. Learn the lesson. I know life was hard. But you want to know why it was so hard for me? Because I wasn't willing to learn the lesson. I always thought I knew better. I always thought that I was a little bit smarter. I always thought that I had an edge. You want to know what my edge was? I was angry. I was Mike Tyson. I was going to fucking hit the world and keep hitting the world until the world gave in. If it's me versus the world, is that a fight I can win? No, that's not a fight you can win. You have to be a part of the team. You have to realize that it isn't you versus them and it's a one-off and it's a fight to the death. No, this is a lifetime fight. Fuck 12 rounds. You're going fucking 90 years with this shit. You have got to be ready for the long haul. You can't come in like Mike Tyson and give it your all in the first couple of rounds because life's gonna be like, okay, I'm on the next round. You've got to believe, people. You've got to believe that this fight is the fight you were meant for. You've got to believe that that giant that you're facing doesn't have it in him to beat you because that giant hasn't gone through half of what you have. That giant hasn't put in the time. That giant is just bad because of his size. You're bad because of what's inside. You're a beast because of the love and the drive that you have. You can remember a time when you didn't have it and you're never going to go back. Progress, people. So which one do you want to be? I pray that you're understanding what I'm telling you this morning. I pray that when God gives me a message to give to you through boxing, you don't get distracted by the boxing and you hear what I'm saying, people. You can't go in angry because you're going to wear yourself out. You can't go in mad and be like, oh, I'm going to get it all, and that be your motivation. You have to go in with love. You have to go in with empathy. You want to be a good fighter? You got to understand where Mike's coming from and know that where you're coming from is deeper. Where you're coming from is better. You got to know that you have the power. And if they win, you gave it to them. They didn't win, you lost. It's a choice. You're either choosing to look that animal across the ring from you and say, I think he's got me. You haven't even rung the first bell yet. But you're like, I think he's got me. Or is that animal looking across at you and you're not mad? You're focused. You're driven. You know what you want. You know why you want it. And you know how you're going to get there. Buster Douglas wasn't going out there to get one punch like Mike Tyson to knock him out. Buster Douglas was going out there to show the world that his mom was right. See what I'm saying? Your purpose is everything. Your beliefs are everything. He believed his mom more than he believed the world. He believed his mom more than he believed Mike Tyson. It didn't matter what Mike Tyson did in the moment because he believed his mom. He believed that he could achieve it, and he wanted to achieve it for her, so he did the impossible. Now, if he can do that, I bet your Mike Tyson ain't really quite a Mike Tyson, is it? You know, it's not a lion in the jungle because we don't live like that. It's a struggle inside your own head. But understand that even in your own head, even if it seems small, that can still be a Mike Tyson because it knows everything about you. It knows your weaknesses. It knows the buttons. It knows the strings to pull to weaken the frame. You know how to stop you, but you also know how to win. So when you hit that moment, don't hit it with anger. Hit it with belief. Hit it with the knowledge to know that you've gone through all of this and you're stronger than that. If you can go from here to get here, imagine what you can do starting here. You started from the bottom and you got here. Imagine where you can go now that you're here. Belief, love, It's easy to get motivated by anger and hate. It's so much more powerful for the long game of life and the actual fight. You want to make it to those championship rounds? Fight for something you love. Fight for something you believe in. Yeah, I'm not saying that you can't go out and win some battles with hate. Sure you can. But the war will never be won by hate. It will always lose to love. Because love will always win. Because it doesn't wear out. It doesn't wear out. So if you're feeling worn out, maybe change that up. Let me be your coach. Let me be the one in your corner telling you, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Pace yourself. Watch your opponent. See how they react to you, not how you react to them. Learn from their every movement, their every choice, every decision, and learn their patterns so that when they come back out, you're not reactionary, you're just waiting. You're waiting for your opportunity. And when they get tired because they're pushing so hard, because they're pushing from a place of anger and hate, instead of hitting them with that right hook, give them a hug. Because it's much more effective. We all beat ourselves up. We all love ourselves. Know what I'm saying? All right. I'm going to call it. I hope that helps. I hope that message got across to you. You know, whether you're Jason or you're Goliath, either struggle. You got to believe that you're going to win. But love will always win over hate. Life will always win over destruction. Choose life. Choose love. Wait, wrong side. Choose love. Stay tuned. Pay attention. And people, I need you to really listen here. This is my growth. Because we grow together. Every day I get a little bit better. You get a little bit better. I love you for it. All right. So yesterday I ended it on a dab, which was kind of fun. It was. But today I think I'm going to end it on not a goofy face. We always do a goofy face. We got to do something fun. Let's go with... I'm going to go with a shout out. That's how we're going to end this. And this one's for my Blue Moon mama. Miss Linda, I love you. And I just want you to know that I don't forget for a moment that Jay is with me. So I'm going to dedicate this episode to him. Because he was a fighter. So are we. I love you guys. Remember, your troubles aren't half of what you think they are, and they could be a lot worse. So go out there and make a fucking difference. I love you. Kick some ass today.